Interruptions are a daily part of communication, and if you've ever been cut off, then you know how it feels. So, here with strategies to handle it, we welcome back from the Confidence Project, Tracy Hooper is here. Hey, Tracy.
Hello again.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Well, interruptions, I mean, I guess they're inevitable, right?
I will tell you, the Confidence Project is like a learning lab. I'll say to anybody, how does it feel to be interrupted? What rattles your confidence? And interruptions are a big hot topic because we are interrupted all the time by our devices. I heard last week that the average lifespan, the average attention span is 9 seconds now.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, boy.
And we don't have a lot of support in the world for listening well. And that's why people interrupt. They get nervous, or they want to control the room, or they don't know how to listen really well. Right. You're a great listener. And one of the reasons why you're such a good interviewer is because you listen to what people say. And you don't do a lot of interrupting. You just let the conversation flow.
Well, I try not to, but I know one thing. If my director interrupts me, that means the show's done.
That's right.
So sometimes I have to interrupt people. So what are some of the ways that we can actually interrupt politely?
Right. Well, it's a delicate dance, and you have to pick the situation. But socially, or even in business, you can say, so let's let Cassie be our invisible interrupter.
Okay.
So she's going to be in our conversation. She's our floor director today. And so you and I are having a conversation. Cassie interrupts, and we look at her and just give a few nonverbals, like nod and so forth.
Okay.
If she interrupts again, then I would say, that's a really interesting idea. I hadn't really thought about it that way, so I'm acknowledging her.
Okay.
If Cassie interrupts the third time, guess what that means?
What?
She's just not into us. Right? She doesn't really care about our conversation.
Right.
So it's a social thing, we just let it go. Or I could say, hang on a second, Cassie, this is the best part of the story, and then finish the conversation. Or, wait a second, I don't want to miss what Trey Renee is saying. And then we'll get back to her.
Okay.
So
okay,
that's
no,
a way. If somebody, now in business it's trickier because the stakes are higher. You could have a boss who does a lot of interrupting, or a client.
Yeah.
And I learned this great technique from Kate, who I admire very much. And Kate says, the best thing to do is know the players. So if you know someone is very overbearing, know that. Go to your colleagues ahead of time and let them know that you're going to bring up an idea and for them to support you. Number 3, be really prepared for the meeting.
Okay.
Number 4, and I love this one, make your point early. So you don't have a chance to be interrupted.
Okay, so you get it out ahead of the game, just right out the gate.
You beat the interrupter.
Okay.
And number 5, be brief. And that's hard sometimes.
It is, because sometimes you feel, when you're doing all that prep, then you feel like you need to explain everything too. And that takes some time.
It does.
Okay, so how can we help our kids? Because I noticed that kids are notorious for interrupting. What can we do to sort of encourage them to, number 1, be aware of it, and number 2, basically stop it?
They need to have you as a model and practice the art of listening. The other thing I think is really helpful is something called amplification.
What's that?
And that is a very cool technique. So Cassie, back in the story.
Okay.
Cassie, we're in a conversation, the 3 of us. Cassie interrupts you. We talk a little bit more, and then I'll say, Trey Renee, I'd like you to get back to that point you were making earlier. I really liked what you said about. And then it amplifies you.
Okay.
It makes you more prominent in the conversation, and it makes other people listen. And we can do that with our children at the dinner table. Hang on a second, let's see what mommy says. Or let's let your sister say something first.
Okay.
So give people permission to share their view.
And then get back to them so that they don't feel like whatever they had to say wasn't important.
That's
it just wasn't appropriate at that time because we were already engaging in a conversation.
That's right.
Okay, Tracy, I like that. I like that. I can use that.
And you can use it in business too. And what it does is it gives the person who's speaking confidence because they've been recognized. And it also gives other people a chance to hear what they have to say, which could be a good idea.
Yeah, no, they're all good ideas, and we're going to have all of these ideas and tips on our website. Tracy, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
It's always great to have you. All this will be there for you on our website at katu.com. Now, still to come, spring makeup tips for dewy and flawless skin. Plus, from fishing to egg hunts, we have a list of fun weekend events. Just hold on.